Heidi here from Rain Country. God is good all the time. And I'm here today to show you what to look for to protect yourself from being scammed by certain websites selling physical products. And some of you may have seen the video I did a month or so ago on some boots that I bought. No, these are not them. I'll talk about them in a minute. That had been advertised as Ariat boots. Basically what happened, shopping around trying to find this certain Ariat boots that I was looking for and couldn't find them in my size. Then I happened to see an ad for those same boots on Facebook, and yes, I know how that works, and went to the site, looked it out. By that point I was frustrated and tired of shopping and thought, well, they actually have my size, and ordered them up. Ended up getting in some fake Chinese made boots. Here I thought the company was located in the US, and it was actually in China, and that's what they do. There's been many people scammed by that same website, and that same place, that same company has several other websites that sell that same kind of stuff and are supposedly, and I've been actually contacting different people, interacting with different people that had the same exact things happen to them. They think they're getting a special brand name boot and paying brand name price for it just to have them come in and be fake Chinese made crap that was a total scam, if they get their items at all. Now, some of you may have also seen the video that Sutton's Days did on the scam canning lids. A lot of people are falling for that one. I know quite a few that have. Mainly what I want to do today is talk about how you can check these different sites out and what to look for, whether it be on Facebook or the website itself. And this isn't just happening on Facebook. Some people think, well, don't buy anything through Facebook. That's not the thing. These places are infiltrating every social media. Instagram, they're going to eBay. I think some are even on Amazon, and I wouldn't be surprised if some are on Etsy. But even going directly to the website, there are many things that you can look for. So if you're on Facebook, and I would assume that these would also be the same things to look for when you're looking at other social media sites. There's a few key things you can look for on Facebook alone. If you go to the Facebook page, or if you found the website by doing a search, see if they have a Facebook page, and then go to that Facebook page and look for these key things. One thing to look at is go to the far left of the Facebook page and scroll down until you see the part where it says location. Now, this isn't the best way to go about it because sometimes that location can be incorrect, but as in this picture right here, you can see that the location of this particular place is Vietnam. Now, I know this one is correct because it also correlates with the places that the posts were made from. Now, sometimes these places don't think on their Facebook posts to block where the posts are being made from. So like the place where I got scammed from, which was horsesclothing.com, but they also have equestrianwild.com and riderlovers.com, and there's a bunch of them, and that's just the Western clothes. These scams cover any product that you will be looking for because they're going to target you on your social media site because they know what you're looking for, because all that information when you're shopping for something is out there, and then when you go back to your Facebook or other social media sites, then that ad's going to be targeted towards you. So because I was looking for Western style boots, those are the ads I kept seeing over and over again. But those who are searching for canning lids, those are the ads you're going to see. In fact, I did recently get an ad for one of those on my Facebook and checked it out, and sure enough, I could tell right away because of my research and my experience in this, it was a scam. So anyway, if you go to those Facebook pages, scroll down to the very first post that you see made and see if you can see a location. Now you can see in this image right here that I circled the location where the post was made. So it's a matter of taking all these things and comparing them. Now you can go to the Facebook posts and you can read through comments, and if you happen to hit that comment section at the right time, you might see where someone like me came and said, don't buy, this is a scam, fraud alert, and all that. But what they do is when they come across those, they will delete them and then block that person. So I'm blocked from quite a few of those pages now because I was hitting all of them like bam, 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 and they blocked me. So now I can't even comment to warn people. So I can go in there and see people asking, like I saw on one where someone said, where are these made, about these boots? And they responded with France. Well, that was a lie because they're made in China. Now here's another sign though. If all you see is positive comments in there, then look at the reactions to the post. So the little emojis that you see. If the product is a good, reliable product, people aren't going to be putting mad faces in there. I'll tell you that. So it's really common on these fraudulent sites that when people react to the post, they're putting mad faces. And I wish I would have done that. I'm not the type of person that usually do that kind of thing. And I wish I would have, because then they deleted my comments. So then I couldn't be another one of those mad faces. And so the more of those faces you see, the more it's a good sign that somebody knows that place is a scam, because they've either been scammed by them before and they've probably tried to make their comments and also got them deleted. So you can't even get real reviews from real people, because all of the real reviews are getting removed. Same thing when you go to the actual websites. All you will ever see are 5-star reviews. Now come on, that's not even realistic. All of them are 5-star reviews. You'll see pictures of real, what appear to be real people. Please keep in mind, I'm talking about all these websites that appear to be US websites. I'm sure the UK probably has some that are similar, and other countries, maybe New Zealand, Australia. And you might think, because the way they're made to look, that they're coming from your own country, but they are not. It is a lie. Some of the other things to look for are the way the Facebook posts are, the way they're worded at the top. They'll have a lot of little emojis and different things to catch your attention, talking about how, oh, this isn't $200, it's not $300, it's only $99. Things like that is a good way to kind of, when you see it worded that way, that is one hint that what you're looking at is probably a fraud. So with that, and already having that experience, I thought, I'm going to go check this Facebook page out. And sure enough, that very Facebook page, even though it shows US flags all through it, there's all kinds of posts that look very patriotic. Facebook page is actually based out of Vietnam. And so what they're selling you, if they're going to actually send you anything, is not that product that they're showing you. It's, if they send you anything at all, it's going to be a cheap replica of what you think you're buying. If you go to the websites of these places, maybe you weren't on Facebook at all. Maybe you just went to your search engine and you were looking for some ball canning lids, or you were looking for some Ariat Western boots, or Ariat Fat Baby boots like I was looking for. And you pull up a website that you've never seen before, you've never bought from. Like I ended up getting some nice boots from Sheplers. I've bought from Sheplers before. They're one of the many good places you can get good boots from. First thing I would say, especially with the way things are now and they're getting trickier all the time, don't buy from any site you've never purchased from before. But if it's the only place you can find that particular product, then you need to take your time to do all of your research on that page. So obvious things to look for are the wording. Is there a lot of poor English being used? Then that is your first sign the web page is a scam. You know, some people say, well, if it sounds too good to be true, well, even those canning lids, what was too good to be true about those for some people is like, yay, I finally found some, even though they're charging $8 a box. We know canning lids used to just be $3 to $4 for a box of a dozen. Well, these sites are charging $8 and $9 a box, sometimes more. And so it's not that the price is too good to be true, it's that, yay, I finally found what I was looking for. So what's happening is they're capitalizing on us people that are having shortages on these things and putting out a fake or non-existent product to sell to you because they know you are looking for it. Then here's another thing to do, is go to the contact page of that website. Same thing on Facebook. Look both on their Facebook page and on the website. See if you can find any kind of contact information other than an email address. Most likely they will not have a phone number at all. And if you happen to see any kind of physical address, it's going to be fake or only a part of an address. So here's an image right here I'm going to show you of one of these websites where they show you an address, but it's not even a full address. And even if you do happen to see a full address, Google that address, or like me, use Start Page instead. Look up that address and see if it's actually a legitimate address. Because a real store, a real US-based store, or very likely other countries as well, I'm not trying to exclude anyone, is going to show the full address of their location. They shouldn't have anything to hide about their location. And then another key thing to look at is, can you leave any reviews at all on the website? If you can't, then they're likely fake. If you go to the return policy page, look carefully at the wording. Like I'm going to show you example right here of the wording of many of these different pages. And it almost makes it sound like not only are they going to make you pay for the return fees if you don't like what you got, they make it sound like they're going to also take the return shipping fees out of your refund if they even give it to you at all. That's either a mistake in their wording because they don't know proper English, or that's just another way they're going to scam you, is like, okay, you pay the return shipping fees, which to ship back to China is $30. And now they're going to take another $30 off the refund they owe you for sending you a product you did not order. Oh, and then another key thing to do is, if you're still uncertain, if you're looking at this web page, they got this product, you really want it, it's the only place you can find it, then what you do is do a search like this. Put in the name of that web page and then follow it with the words either scam or fraud, or even both, or try both searches and see if you can find any reports anywhere. You should be able to find it. This is what I did with the horsesclothing.com. After I found out that my boots were coming from China, I went, oh no, I think I've been scammed. Here I thought they were in the United States. Looked the place up, and sure enough, that's when I learned that it was a scam. It was a fraudulent company. Now the trick is, a lot of these places are owned by one single entity, such as the one where I got the fake boots, were owned by a place called Shopping Technology Limited. You won't see that name anywhere when you go to order it. You'll only see that name show up either on your credit card or your PayPal statement, or both, depending on how you paid for it exactly. And then you'll be like, what place is this? And until you see that, you won't know. But if you look that place up on PayPal, you'll find that, at least the last time I looked, there was 57 pages of complaints to Shopping Technology Limited, meaning all these people either never received their product or they received some fake product. Now, the comments I was getting back from people about PayPal was 50-50. Half the people were saying, good luck with PayPal, they won't come through for you. The other half of the people were saying, oh, PayPal, it's a good thing you use them, they'll cover you, they'll take care of you. And I didn't use my credit card. I usually do, but I have to actually manually remember to select credit card when I go to do that, because it automatically defaults to my PayPal balance. So I had forgotten to do that, and so it didn't go on my credit card, so I couldn't reverse the charges on the credit card. If you go ahead to do a purchase from a place that you've never purchased from before, even if you feel pretty good about it, if you have a PayPal account and your credit card's linked to it, I recommend doing both. So pay with PayPal, select credit card, because at least one or both of those places might help cover you if something goes wrong. Now, here was what happened to me, is I started emailing the company right away too, the company, the place that sold me the fake boots, and said, what you sent me was fake garbage, and I don't want these, I want my money refunded. I didn't even offer to send them back. I immediately started telling them, you sent me fake trash, you scammed me, you lied. I kept using these phrases over and over, and I demand a full refund. And they say, oh, we can't refund you unless you ship them back. It was such a stupid thing. They tried to convince me to keep them and give them away to a friend or family. Like, I told them, I'm not going to insult anyone by giving them this trash. And then they tried to buy me with oh, we'll give you a $5 USD gift card to our store. Like, and then I told them, like, I want to spend another $1 on your fake trash. Not going to happen. And so I just, again, kept coming back. I demand a full refund. I finally got them up to $17, but that still wasn't good enough. I still kept demanding a full refund. Now, I was really unhappy with PayPal because they initially said, oh, we're going to refund your $79.99, but you have to ship the items back. That really upset me. And so I talked back and forth with them a little bit and told them, this is not just me this is happening to. This is happening to a lot of people. You guys need to start blocking these charges from coming through. But, they said, well, no worries, PayPal will cover your shipping. And yes, they did come through. So I did go ahead and ship them back. I took all the required steps. I took pictures of the package, screenshots of everything, sent them all the required information plus the tracking number, and they refunded me the money that it cost me to ship the boots back. So here's what happened. About 3 weeks went by, 2 or 3 weeks, and I was watching, it was 2 weeks. I was watching the tracking. They actually got to China quickly. I was surprised at how quickly they got to Beijing. But once they left Beijing on September 3rd, no more tracking after that. And I warned PayPal before I even sent the boots back. I said, I want to make sure I get this address right. You tell me exactly how it needs to be laid out because I don't trust this company because they're already proving themselves to be frauds and liars. I believe they're either going to give me a fake address or they're going to even lie about receiving them. Oh, don't you worry about it. Just do blah, 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 blah. Okay, fine. So I did everything they asked. And after seeing that package, no more tracking on it after September 3rd, when it left Beijing, I was becoming more and more skeptical. Now I realize where the package was going to and where Beijing was actually almost opposite sides of the country, but still, I was thinking it was taking way too long to get there. And so what I did was I contacted, this was just 2 days ago, at least of the time that I'm shooting this video, I contacted PayPal again. And what's really stupid is you can only talk to PayPal now through a chat, which is super, super irritating. You can't email them, you can't call them anymore. You used to be able to do these things, but now you can only contact them through a chat and you don't know who you're going to talk to. It can be a different person every single time you send another message back through the chat. So that I think is wrong. I think they need to fix that. But at any rate, so what I told them was, it's really wrong that I'm being punished having to go through all of this step and hassle to do this when they lied in the first place about their product, and this is happening to people all over the place. I pretty much accuse them of doing more to protect scam artists out of China than their own American citizens. Though, of course, now I don't know, PayPal's probably being run by people from all over the world, and I think half of them are probably in China as well. But it was initially founded here in America. And so I told them that. I said, it's really a shame that you're doing more to protect these scam artists than you are us. And, I told them I've been doing business with you since 2002 at the very least. Now, here's something else you need to remember. Whenever you buy a product through PayPal, it is automatically insured. If you're buying it as merchandise, it is automatically insured to protect both the buyer and the seller. But the seller is the one that always has to pay those fees. So when somebody buys something from me, let's say they're buying a skirt from me and they're paying me through PayPal and they select merchandise, a small portion of what they're paying me gets taken out by PayPal, and that's basically set aside as insurance to cover us both if something goes wrong with the transaction. So that insurance is being paid whenever you pay for something like that. Anytime it's merchandise, that insurance is being paid. So even if it doesn't matter who it's being paid for. So if you understand that, you need to remind them that if they try to deny your claim through PayPal, you remind them yet again that they are protecting a fraudulent company and they should be protecting you, and that the insurance on that was paid, and there's no reason why they can't follow through and make sure this is taken care of. So the good news was, the very next day after this going on for a long time and me going back and forth with this fraudulent company, back and forth with PayPal, when I finally did that last message, and I waited some time, and then I sent them that last message, sent them again the tracking number, sent them and made sure that they had the claim number, just laid it all out and said that if that package still doesn't arrive, and reminded them that I did everything that they asked and I am going to be demanding a full refund. You can't back down from these places. To me, it got to be where it wasn't even about the money. It was, even though, yes, I wanted my $80 back. I mean, you know, that's a lot of money just to throw out there for some fake trash, and then then be forced to send it back and then possibly never see it. Well, not that I wanted to keep those things. I wouldn't even give those things away. But yeah, that's a lot of money to throw around. But my main concern started being just, first of all, just angry that seeing how many people are being scammed. Even when you think you're being careful, they still find a way to scam you. But also because I want to set an example and a standard for people that we can't keep backing down. Even if it's just, I know it's going to be a lot easier if, okay, well, I only spent $10. I'm just going to let it go. I don't have the time and the patience to fight it. I understand that. I mean, there was moments I kind of felt the same way. But at the same time, I'm like, no, somebody has to take a stand and set the example. And I'm really sick and tired of people getting cheated and scammed out of their money. Good, honest people just trying to get what they need, especially the deal with the canning lids. That's more upsetting to me, even though I'm not the one that got scammed with that. That one's more upsetting to me than the boots. I could have lived without the boots because I do have a couple pairs, but the canning lids, people are needing canning lids and they're using that as a way to steal money from people. And it's really a shame. Good, honest people are losing money because they're just trying to do what's right for them, and somebody's taking advantage of them. And so that is why I'm here doing this video, why I did the video before, because I want everyone to be careful and watch out and speak up. If you have any kind of social media page or you have a YouTube account, everybody that's getting scammed needs to put the word out there to protect other people, because we're all going to have different areas that we're looking for things. It can be anything you think of, anything that's of interest to you or that you especially need. Those are the areas you're going to most likely get scammed in. So that's why we all need to be getting this word out there. Okay, now for a positive thing I want to end with. So other than the fact that yes, I did finally get my $79.99 back. Thank you, PayPal, for that. I just wish you would have been on top of it. If you're listening, PayPal, or anyone who works for them, I wish you would have been on top of it right from the start, like you should have been, and that you would do the same thing for everyone else that is being scammed the same way. It's really a crime you're allowing that to happen. Anyway, now here's the other positive. Is you see these boots? These are actually real Ariat boots. Look at that. And you will, if you didn't see my Facebook post that I put out, just to prove, I got these. We had to go into town the other day. We had an appointment in there, and of course when we have to go into town, we try to make the most of our trip in there, the time and the fuel it costs to go in there. And so we hit the coastal to stock up on the only place that we can find the non-GMO organic chicken feed, and that also has the best price on it, which is the Coastal store, which is similar to the Tractor Supply. And as we were walking up to the store, they had an outdoor display of boots and shoes that were on clearance. And they had these Ariat boots in my size and in my color, not pink. I'm not really a pink person. I love red though, red and green, in my size. And get this, they were on clearance for $60, which that alone was a pretty good price. And I almost was gonna pass them up because I'm like, no, I already have a pair of black Justin boots and a nice pair of brown Justin boots. I really don't need another pair of boots. And then I thought, no, I'm afraid to pass up the good deal because I don't mind having backups. And I know I like these shorter style boots and the way they feel. They're very comfortable. And so I thought it would probably be a shame to pass them up. So I picked up the boots, still feeling a little bit guilty until she rang them up. They were 50% off the clearance price. They ended up only being $29.77 for real Ariat boots. Just to think, I could have done that from the start instead of paying $80 for junk that was nothing like an Ariat boot. They were more like some Western style slipper than they were a boot. So anyway, I did finally get my Ariat boots, so now I have 3 good pair of boots. I love these things. I can slip my feet in and out of them totally hands-free. They're comfortable, and so I do recommend the Ariat boots. I also recommend the Justin boots. The feel of them is just a little bit different, but they are similar. One thing I did find out about these though, the Ariat brand fits smaller than the Justin boots. So it's actually a good thing I didn't get those, because I actually had to go up a size in these than I do in the Justin boots. So anyway, just really happy with these, and I just feel blessed. I kind of feel like the Lord was looking out for me and say, here, here's some boots for you. There were only 3 pair left, and one of them was in my size. Okay, well, I hope you found this helpful, and please put down below any of the dealings you've had with scams. What were you scammed on? How did you deal with it? How did it work out for you? Did you get your money back? Did PayPal look out for you? Did your credit card company look out for you? Was there any resolve or not? And especially make sure that you share the name of the Facebook page, Instagram page, or company that scammed you or scammed people that you know of, so we can keep getting that information out there. And also one more thing, you can do, I did do a check for lists of fraudulent companies, and you can find some of those, but the lists are all incomplete. So I think the more we can get the word out about these various companies, the better we're going to be at protecting each other, and that's what I'm trying to do here. And don't forget to read through the comments down below so you can know what to look out for. All right, well, thanks for watching. Take care, and God bless.